What up, Black Suburban Dad here. And still in location in Makati, the Philippines, Manila. Absolutely. The sun is gleaming in my face. Jesus Rice is looking down on me with sunshine, not a lot of clouds in the sky, and it is hot and humid outside. But Jesus Rice, thank you for this opportunity to live this kind of lifestyle right now. Absolutely, I am appreciative. So I got a couple emails I definitely want to get into. I think I have two. And as always, I have not read these emails, but I just read the title of them and I see what's going on a little bit. Don't really get into them. Looks interesting. I pull it up. I read it. I get into it. So with that said, I'm going to pull up this first email. Going to try to do this real quick. And no, these emails are not sent to me personally. These are from an alternative site. And if you know, you know. So here we go. We're going to get into this first one. And this first one says, 32-year-old female. It's coming from a 32-year-old female. And it says, my husband is not sexually attracted to me. Well, that's not a good thing because we all know that sex is a big part of relationships. Without that, then your relationship is probably going to go down the gutter. We all need it. It's actually good. It's healthy for your body. Keeps your blood flowing. They say that, hey, man, if you're stressed, then go out and have some sex. If you want to lose some weight, go out and have some sex. If you want to just be glowing, have it affect your aura, because some people in America, and I'm just talking about America right now, they just walk around, with their head down. Look, since I've been here, and I'm going to skip from topic to topic, but since I've been here in the Philippines, I've seen two people that were like really just coming at me with a scowl, and not just coming at me personally, but I kind of came face to face with them, and they had a scowl on their face. And believe it or not, but it was two American women getting off the elevator in this glorious hotel that I'm in. I got off I was getting onto the elevator. They were coming off. The first lady was a black lady, American woman. She came out like this. I was like, damn, what are you so mad at? Why are you so mad in a beautiful place like this? Now, yes, the Philippines has its flaws like any other place would, but if you're staying at this hotel that I'm at right now, you really don't have any reason to just walk around with a scowl on your face unless maybe you came here with a husband or a boyfriend and things aren't going the way that you expected it. Or maybe you have something else going on in the States and you can't really get to it. Actually, I have something going on in the States right now with a package, and there's nothing I can really do about it. And this package that I have, it got delivered, but for some magical reason, it's not at my doorstep. And this package is very expensive. And if I told you what it was and how much it costs, it does not equate. It does not make sense. And I've asked multiple people. I said, hey, man, I got a package that's delivered. Could you guess the amount of this package is? And I told them what it was, and they were they were so far off. It wasn't even in the stratosphere of how much this thing costs. So it is a very, very expensive package. And for some reason, it's not at my doorstep. And I'm going through USPS to try to figure out where it is. I'm not in the States to actually deal with it hands-on and face-to-face. So I'm just exchanging emails. And I actually don't even live in an area where somebody will steal a package. I've had packages at my door for days, and it's never been touched. But for some reason, this very super expensive package, and I'm not just saying that just to be saying it, it's not at my door for some reason. So, yeah, maybe she had some issues going on in the States, but I don't know. But the second woman that was scowling was actually another American woman that was white this time, and she just got off the elevator again like, I was like, Jesus, like, what's your problem, man? So anyway, maybe she wasn't having any sex with her man, but that's their problem and not mine. But I wish that, maybe they can fix it and see what's going on in their relationship. But anyway, I'm going to get into this email. And it says, this is coming from a 32-year-old female, says, my husband is not sexually attracted to me anymore. So, my husband is not attracted to me. Hi, everyone. Hope you are doing well. I am a 32-year-old female, married for the last 5 years to a lovely man. Okay, that's a good thing. Give you a ding for that. The male is 33 years old, so they only have an age gap of 1 year. I would like to see that age gap at 10 years or more. I think that would be the best for this relationship. It's best if you have a female that's like 10 years your junior or more if you want to do that. I think it'll work out better. You'll have a better power dynamic. You won't have all this, hey, we need to be equal and all this shit, because in a relationship, it does not need to be equal. The man actually needs to be the head of household. The woman needs to be looking out for his best interest, as he's going to definitely look out for her best interest first. But she needs to have somebody to look up to, and that's just the way that relationships really thrive, especially in America. You need to have a woman that's going to be looking up to you. He is so affectionate, caring, and respectful to me, our families, his colleagues, a literal green forest, whatever that means. But there is one thing which kills me from the inside. He is not physically attracted to me. So, and they're married. So why would you even get yourself in a situation like this where you're not even physically attracted to the girl that you're with? Some guys, they'll do this for security. Some guys, they'll do it like, okay, well, I want a girl. I want to be able to stay with a girl. I want her to love me for me. I want her to see all the good things in me. So I'll get a girl that maybe some other guys won't be attracted to. In particularly, maybe I won't even really be attracted to her. But I think that this girl will be loyal. Well, what he doesn't realize, what a man calls his trash is another man's treasure. So even though you might not be attracted to her, you might not think other guys are attracted to her, but like I said, your trash is another man's treasure. So you can't get yourself out of the hole like that because somebody else will think that she's attractive. Or maybe maybe there's a certain lifestyle that he wants to live, and he needs somebody to be with him to help achieve that. He needs a partner to be with him to help achieve this kind of lifestyle. So he picks this girl. Maybe she brings some attributes to the relationship that a girl that looks better than him that he can actually obtain. A girl that looks better than her that he can actually obtain. She won't have those qualities that this girl actually brings. So it could be kind of like a Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton type of situation where we get together to form a so-called power couple so we can get to where we need to be, even though I'm not physically attracted to you like that. It could be a situation like that. And, it is what it is. If you're going to do that, do it. I necessarily don't want to do that. I have to be attracted to my girl. To give you a background, he has an incredibly cute face and a fair complexion. Although not a bodybuilder type or something, he has proportionate body, and I love the way he looks. However, the same cannot be said about me. I am average in looks at best with a weedish complexion. So she's already not even giving herself the best stats. Back during our courtship, which lasted for about 7 months, he had told me how inner beauty and not external looks matter to him more. How he loves to spend the life with me because of how much we are identical in terms of our emotions and thought process, our interest, our interest and goals in life. He always praises me, saying I have a good heart. What is this? He always praises me, saying I have a good heart. Okay, that's a good thing. As for me, I was head over heels in love during that phase itself. I was just not attracted to his physical frame. Well, she actually gave him praise, so now she said she's not exactly attracted to his physical frame. Interesting. But also became deeply attracted to the person that he is. Okay, so they're going off this, I love your inner beauty, and that's like some American shit right there. People in America, they're on, and I don't know when this came in, but and women are doing this predominantly. Oh, you won't love me if I gain 20 pounds in a relationship. If we get married and I gain 80 pounds, will you still love me? You've heard that question before. And I'm thinking like, nope. Nah, because I married who I want. This is actually who I want to look at every single day. I guess in this situation, he didn't do that. So he's going off of, I like the things that's inside of you. He's not going off of, hey, I'm attracted to you. I'm going to want to hook up with you. Now, maybe this guy could be asexual, meaning he's not too much into sex. maybe he's thinking like, oh, we can get together and I'll get a side piece, which if you're doing that, then you're not coming into it with good faith. That's definitely not the way that you want to get into a relationship. So I don't know what this guy's actual motives are. Okay, where was I at? I was not attracted to his physical frame, but also became deeply attached to that person that he is. Even before our marriage and after that, we became best friends. And that's a problem right there. Men and women cannot be best friends. It's not, because there's things, guys have a dirty mind. And if you know, then you know that women have a dirty mind too. So some guys look at women like, oh, she's just nice and innocent. You can find a Catholic schoolgirl. And if you find out what that girl's thinking about or what that girl has possibly done before she met you, you would be appalled. You'd be taken back. Your soul would be thrown into the abyss. You probably wouldn't even know how to handle it, because you're not on the women's network. Me, being a guy that's on the women's network, I take women for who they are. I don't expect them to be this nice, gentle creature, inanimate object that's just nice lily flower in the ear, pure as the driven snow, walking the earth. That's just not who they are. They're nasty creatures just like you, and they're probably nastier than you are, which you'd be surprised, and a lot of guys are surprised by that. Me, I'm not surprised by it. I'm okay with it. I take it as it is, and I'm definitely not going to judge a woman for her for the past that she has, or the things that she's done in the past, or for the wicked mind that she actually has. So you can't be best friends. Like I was saying, men and women can't be best friends because there's some things that she's done that she can't tell you about, because you would not be able to take it. Like I said, your soul would be sucked into the abyss and spit out, just laying on the carpet, shivering in the fetal position, if she told you some of the things that she's done. And the same for you. Maybe you have some things in your past that you can't tell her. You can only tell your homeboys and your compadres some of the things that you've done, that they can take and give you advice on. But if you told her, trying to be her best friend like a dummy, then she wouldn't accept that. She's not going to tell you right from the get-go. She'll hear it. She'll use it as ammunition for a later fight, but she will be judging you in your mind. In her mind, just like if she told you some of the things that she's done, you'll be judging her in your mind too. Men and women can't be best friends. Okay, they can't accept each other for the things that they've done. From traveling to cooking to playing little games to having our own secrets. Yeah, having your own secrets. We did everything together. But that issue, he could never get himself to be aroused by me and engage in lovemaking. Have we tried? Yes. Counseling, therapy, communication, everything. It did not help. Well, maybe this guy has a limp noodle. Maybe he just has a limp noodle. Or maybe he's just not that interested in sex. Maybe he's just interested in the good times, the communication that you guys can have. He's just not, sex just doesn't do it for him. Maybe he's one of those guys. But I'm thinking, you're 32. I'm thinking that if he actually, and I'm thinking you're probably a bigger girl because you talked about yourself in a not flattering way. I'm thinking that if he was out here in the Philippines and he see these girls that's walking around here 86 pounds and they're still like 32 years old, but they look like they're 25, 100 pounds, he might be able to get it up and get aroused for them. Maybe it's just a you thing that he's not attracted to you. Or maybe this guy he's asexual, kind of like I think it's Taylor Swift is asexual. She said, I think in an interview, or she wrote it, I read it somewhere. So she doesn't really care about sex that much. Does he love me? Hell yeah. I can see it every day. In the little things he does for me, in the gifts he picks for me by himself, by the way he looks at me with his expressive eyes while I'm dressing up. While he massages my feet at the end of a long day, he also takes care of my sexual needs and desires through non-penetrative means, and then just cuddles and sleeps. So maybe this guy might be gay. You might want to look into that too. Maybe he might be living some kind of alternative lifestyle that you don't even know about, okay? He could be in the bathhouse. He could be at the YMCA. He could be doing something like that. He could have Big Bubba standing behind him at the bathhouse like, bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams. Because this email is pretty weird. And I don't know any guy. That who's married to a girl or who's actually in a relationship with a girl who just wants to cuddle up and actually not penetrate her. So this is kind of a weird email. You might want to look into that. He might have a boyfriend on the side, which is, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But I would say that if that's the fact, this guy, definitely you can't trust him. And he came into this marriage with bad faith, knowing that he liked men, if that's the situation. And he just married you to probably try to get to a certain point, career status, just status-wise in life. From what we have found through medical and physiological, intervention, intervention is that it is not that he has an issue in getting attracted to girls or engaging in lovemaking, is that he is not attracted to me, by the way. Maybe it's because of my looks. He won't admit that. He does get the arousal kick innate to a human. Why are they talking like this? When it's a decent looking or beautiful woman around. And I just said that. I literally just said that. If he was out here in the Philippines and he's seen some of these normal girls walking around, well, he'll probably be walking around on the street with a straight stiffy, looking crazy as hell. Where's I at? Okay. The only way I can make him feel loved and cared for sexually is by stimulating him using non-penetrative methods. While he consumes some form of erotica or corn to stay aroused. Being his wife but not being able to become his girlfriend, pun intended, really tears me apart. I am happy that I can trust my best to make my man happy. Sometimes I feel he deserves better, but he says he feels the luckiest to have me in his life, and that he would like to marry me even in our next birth. This guy's weird. I wish things could be more spicy, but at the end of the day, that's our life. We need to accept and embrace it.
Nope.
You guys are some straight, thank you very much for reading. God bless you all. You guys are some flat out, knocked down, straight up, dumbass idiots. All right, I don't know where these people are from. Sounds like some American nonsense, but you guys are freaking idiots, okay? This marriage is doomed. You guys need to get away from each other. If you're the woman, you need to be like, and I'm out of here. And I'm thinking that this is probably, I can tell, this is coming from a white woman. This is a white couple. What you need to do at 32 years old, so you might be out of the white guy dating market. It doesn't sound like you guys have any kids. What you need to do is go out there and get you a YN. If you know, you know. If not, then Google it. Or you need to go out there and get you a black man from the age of 20, right outside the YN era. You need to go out there and get you a black man from the age of 27 to 56. 27 to 56. A guy that'll like a pog. And I'm pretty sure from the sounds of it, you're probably a pog. So you need to go out and find you a black guy. Now, I'm not saying I'm saying race in specific because that's the race of guy you need to get with. It needs to be a black man, okay? Because black men love their pogs. You treat that man right, yeah, he might step outside on you for a second. And if he steps outside of the relationship, it's going to be with another pog because that's what black guys like. But that's what you need to go looking for. You need to go and just divorce this guy because this relationship is just super weird. This isn't even normal. Let me see. I don't even know if I pulled it up. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, so this relationship is super weird. It's not normal. This is the problem with relationships and marriage right now. Well, actually, I'm not even saying that. I can't say that because this is definitely outside of the normal, I think. I think actually in a lot of relationships, maybe when you get together, the guy is definitely attracted to you. But as you age, you get older, as you mature, that's when the problems come into fold where the guy might not be as attracted to you as you get bigger, gaining weight, you get you're going through menopause. You're getting wrinkles on your forehead, all right? You're getting flaps, all that stuff. your boobies are starting to sag, and then the guy's not going to want to engage in Mortal Kombat with you. That's when he's probably going to start to think about younger girls. That's when he's going to think about doing what I'm doing and coming to the Philippines and looking at all these. I've seen girls walking around here that's like 37 years old and they're still 105 pounds, So it's a difference over here. Going to another country, looking at my fake book, looking at my Instagram and thinking, man, I want to do what he does. But you can't because you're in a marriage. Not only are you in a marriage, but you're in a marriage that you lied to yourself and you lied to your woman probably coming into. Now, I'm sure you guys were probably engaging in the Mortal Kombat when you guys got together. But right after that ring dropped and the judge signed those papers saying that you guys are married, everything probably went over the hill and he started this nonsense where it's non-penetrable excitement, arousal, which is nonsense. I don't even know what the hell that is. Cuddling, kissing, but not having, not be able to let off and having those endorphins rush, not having that blood flow to your head and you're like, oh my God. Not having that, dude, it's I don't understand.
Nope.
Doesn't make any sense. So this relationship is doomed. I say you need to get out of it. This guy's definitely not going to pull the trigger. He has alternative motives. You need to find out what they are. If you want to stay in this relationship, which you're probably not, but you might, you need to find out what his motives are because he actually does not have any good motives in this. He's not coming in this with good trust. He really isn't. So that email is definitely, that's nonsense right there. Go ahead and leave this guy. And as I do it, I don't have all my equipment. Usually I would have like another screen, paste it to my wall. But I'm going to let me see. I'm trying to bring up this other story. I'm going to send it to my laptop right now. Where are we at? Okay, is this it? I'm trying to send it to my laptop. It's not easy doing it like this. For some reason, it keeps sending the same exact story. So I'm just going to click out of the screen real quick and resend a new story over. But yeah, that's just nonsense right there. You definitely don't want to be dealing with something like that. Absolutely. Now, let me get this. Oh, here it is. I was messing up. That's what happens when you're doing it live on vacation like this. Definitely doing it live. But I'm tech savvy enough, even though it takes a while. I'm tech savvy enough to get this story and still actually send it to my freaking laptop if I can do it. I swear, when you're doing stuff live like this, that's when you have most of the problems. So I'm going to bring up this next story right here since I got it up on the screen. And this is a very short one. Let me see. All right, let me go ahead and switch it over. This is a very short story right here. And it reads, it says, I, 18, think I might be pregnant and I don't know what to do. That is not a good thing. That's not a good thing, okay? Okay, it says, I had unprotected sex with my boyfriend, which is normal once you start to, get comfortable with somebody. And look, you could be ready for it or you cannot be ready for what I'm about to say, but girls now, they actually don't even like using condoms. They don't even care to use condoms anymore. Okay? I mean, yeah, I get it. They don't want to get pregnant. No.
Nope.
The guy might not even want to have a baby.
Nope.
But if you use the condom and you haven't, there is a night and day difference, okay? One is enjoyable. One is a barrier of latex where you can't even really feel everything, okay? So, yeah, girls like to feel that heat, that throb, and they want those veins, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of girls out here, they might not even, you might meet them for the first time and you guys engage in Mortal Kombat and they're still having sex without a condom, okay, even though they know the risk. I had unprotected sex with my boyfriend, and now I think I might be pregnant. I haven't taken a pregnancy test yet because I'm waiting to see if my period comes, but it's been almost 9 days late. Oh, 9. I think my mom suspects something. Yeah, women know. Your mom has an eagle eye on you, and yeah, she's paying attention to that too. You know, she's paying attention to your attitude, what you're doing. You haven't even brought it up like, oh my God, my bloating is hurting. So you haven't said anything like that. So yeah, your mom's paying attention to that. Oh my God, I'm cramping. You would at least say that at least one time during your period. Every girl's period, she's going to at least one time, you're going to hear her say, oh my God, I'm cramping so hard. Or she's going to have at least that cramping face, like walking around like in her sweatpants and a big ass sweatshirt with her hair tied back in a ponytail, no makeup on, no socks on, feet out, feet totally exposed, just walking around, you know, eating food. And just looking like she's in, you know, a little discomfort. She's going to be doing that. Face not going to be as happy. So you'll know something's up. If you know, you know. But it's almost been 9 days late. I think my mom suspects something, and she told me to get an ultrasound today. So mom probably thinks that, yeah, you're actually pregnant. Your mom didn't even say go for a pregnancy test. She said, go get an ultrasound. Your ass is pregnant. I'm feeling really confused and scared. I tried to convince my boyfriend to use protection, but he insisted we didn't need it. So he tried to use the pull-out method. And the pull-out method can work sometimes, but when you're doing the pull-out method, you can't be weak. You really got to be on top of your game. And I think the pull-out method is actually a little bit advanced. It's actually not for a kid that's 18 years old. You would have to be from 35 and up. 35 and up to do the pull-out method, because that when you're 35 and up, now you've established and built a little life for yourself, and you know you might even have a kid or two already, but you know like the problems that another kid will bring into your life if you did get a girl pregnant. So you're going to be more apt to pull out and, you know, do your business somewhere else instead of inside of her. I'm feeling really confused and scared. I tried to convince my boyfriend to use protection, but he insisted we didn't need it. I don't know what to do next or how to handle everything that's going on. And I want to read the comments here. I want to see what the comment says. Hey, don't panic. I'll tell you how this goes, okay? Okay. 1, you are pregnant. Go to any OBGYN in your city, okay? 2, you are not pregnant. Okay, whatever. Don't take random pills. Fake as F. Literally no one's mom would tell them to get an ultrasound test for a mere 9 days late in periods. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But who knows, man? People do some weird things. It's, in today's case, a F around and find out. Having unprotected sex is reckless, especially during the ovulation period. Trying a pregnancy test kit. Eat some raw papaya. What? Visit a doctor. If tests come positive, even if pregnancy is positive, don't panic and do anything stupid. Whatever. This person doesn't even have an icon, so they're probably just some lame, CG Hall, some lame guy that most of these people don't even have profile pictures. Probably just some lame guy sitting in his mom's bedroom, don't know anything. I mean, sitting in his mom's basement, don't know anything about anything. You get some guys like that, but you know, hey, go to the doctor or go to your local CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid. Get yourself a pregnancy test. Don't go get the ultrasound right now. And once you see that it's come back positive, then your ass can start panicking and you can run to the doctor with your hair on fire and go get an ultrasound. So hopefully that works out for the best for you. Anyway, Black Suburban Dad reviews on location. I will be back later with another video. Tell a friend to like and subscribe to the video. And you like and share the video. So with that said, Black Suburban Dad reviews, I'm out.